Ladies and gentlemen, digital investors, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be covering some pretty good stuff. We have Ripple locks 900 million XRP back into their escrow and focusing on OTC sales. We also have some interesting stuff coming out from the PayPal CEO, Dan Schulman, tells the Web Summit that the time is now for crypto. He also calls on the crypto industry to work hand in hand with regulators. Does some pretty interesting things. We'll go into this. We'll also be taking a look at the best performing crypto assets in November. We're going to also look at the XRP Google Trends chart, the XRP rich list, because there is still some very interesting things happening here. And we'll also look at how much Square is up from its Bitcoin investment. So we've got a lot to cover today as usual. If you guys are frequent viewers of the show and you'd like to show some support, then tap that like button, as it does help with the YouTube algorithm to push this video out to more people. And with that says, we're going to start here. We're going to start with Ripple locking up 900 million of their XRP back into escrow. So as some of you may or may not know, obviously Ripple owns over half of the entire XRP supply, but this is locked into escrow, and every month some of that XRP is unlocked. So following this month's release, Ripple locked the released XRP back into an escrow. Ripple locked in 900 million XRP back in escrow, after which it was noted that the company moved a sum of 224 million XRP. Ripple had even noted in its Q3 quarterly report that Ripple focused solely on its over-the-counter sales and leases as part of providing increased XRP liquidity to certain RippleNet ODL customers to improve their ODL experience, eliminating the need for pre-funding and enabling instant global payments. So guys, they are still locking up massive amounts of XRP. As we know before, especially throughout the bear market, they were selling a lot of XRP, and it was getting to the point where, people were definitely getting upset about it. But for the past few months, more than the past few months really, and including this month, Ripple is locking more XRP back into their escrow. So they are really just not selling much, guys. As we know, they are selling their MoneyGram stock. They're selling out of some of their position there. So if they're not selling their XRP, and they're selling their MoneyGram, at least that's XRP that is not being used as their funding, right? Instead, they are using other sources of their funding, like we saw with the MoneyGram stuff. So this is cool, guys. We're seeing more XRP being locked back into escrow, which means less RP is going to be getting sold. We also have PayPal CEO Dan Schulman tells the Web Summit the time is now for crypto. Schulman anticipated digital currency soon entering the mainstream and becoming an everyday payments tool. That's a pretty bold statement, right? Entering the mainstream and becoming an everyday payments tool. The global pandemic has accelerated various trends, such as consumers abandoning cash, he said. The pandemic has pulled these trends forward anywhere between 3 to 5 years and 5 to 6 months. So basically, and we've been reading this for more than, this is more than just the PayPal CEO saying this, but we know that the pandemic has sped up these timelines in terms of the use of digital currencies and the adoption of them, right? When you guys go to a store, I don't know where you guys are at, but everywhere that I have been, most stores, they really don't want your cash. They will take it, but they do put up signs that you need your exact change, yada yada. Also, with everybody being scared now about this pandemic, the line of thinking is that cash is dirty, right? Even though your credit card is going into the same scanner as everything else, it's still touching things. People have this fear of cash for some reason. So he continues, I think that if you can create a financial system, a new and modern technology that is faster, that is less expensive and more efficient, that's good for bringing more people into the system, for inclusion, to help drive down costs, to help drive financial health for so many people. So over the long run, I'm very bullish on digital currencies of all kinds. And I agree with that statement. I'm very bullish on digital currencies of all kinds. And when Schulman says that the pandemic has accelerated various trends such as abandoning cash and talking about cryptocurrencies becoming an everyday payments tool, one of the things that I still wonder about is what is going to be the dominant cryptocurrency, especially being used as an everyday payments tool. As of right now, Bitcoin as an everyday payments tool, Ethereum as an everyday payments tool, it's not really viable, and if you read what he says here, he says, I think that if you can create a financial system, a new and modern technology that is faster, less expensive, and more efficient, The problem is that fees are high right now for things like Bitcoin, for things like Ethereum. Ethereum is definitely very high. I bought some Ethereum this morning, and my fee just to get it was $24, which is, I mean, that is insane. So Ethereum is definitely not less expensive. As we know, 2.0 has launched, and that is supposed to bring down the costs of Ethereum, but as of right now, Ethereum is definitely not viable for a fast everyday transaction type thing. And obviously we know that, that's not its primary use case. So the question is what cryptocurrency is going to be used for it? Is it going to be something like XRP or XLM, these very fast cryptocurrencies that are very cheap to send and they are very efficient? That seems a lot more viable to me to have XRP or XLM being one of the standards for everyday payments than something like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Let me know what you guys think of that down below. The PayPal CEO, this is the same CEO, Dan Schulman, also says the crypto industry needs to work hand in hand with regulators. Said part of the foundational capabilities are regulatory compliance, full understanding of security, risk management, all of the financial controls, FinCEN controls, AML controls. Without that, you really have no way that you should be in this arena. You must have those. A couple of days ago, I posted a video. I said PayPal is accidentally bullish on Ripple despite not listing XRP. And, this kind of, it almost highlights that even further, because the CEO of PayPal is saying to work hand in hand with regulators, and the one thing that we know for sure is Ripple has been preaching the same exact thing since literally their birth, right? I've always seen the Ripple team, Brad Garlinghouse, saying that their goal is to work with regulators, work in compliance with them. This article here, XRP and RippleNet perfectly suited for all CBDCs worldwide. We went over this. It was a different article, but we did go over this a couple days ago. This basically came out from someone who works at Ripple, Ashish Burla. Then he basically went over how the XRP is basically the perfect bridge asset to bridge all of the CBDCs that are coming out. As we know, the PayPal CEO also said that they are bullish on CBDCs, right? They see that that will continue to grow. So with these types of things coming out, it paints us a very nice picture, right? A very vivid, clear picture of where we are going into the future, right? When you combine the pandemic stuff with what the PayPal CEO is saying, with what we know Ripple is doing, with what we know we need, right? We need faster, cheaper, and cross-border payments. It's very clear, what technologies people are probably going to adopt and which ones are going to be the ones best suited for the problems that we face in this current day and age, right? The current problems that we face when it comes to payments and things like that. If you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified every single day when I upload. I upload a video like this daily. We go over Bitcoin, altcoins, everything going on in the crypto space to try and keep you up to date. Always keep in mind that none of this is financial advice. We are just documenting the daily news and documenting this bull run. Your fear and greed index for today is sitting at 92. Yesterday we were at 95, so we were still in extreme greed. And we also have this, the CoinDesk 2020 asset returns in November. And so these are all of the coins that performed the best in November. And as we can see, we have XRP in November up 169%, followed by XLM up 153%. And the third Dash is up only 58%. Now, only 58%, that is still a massive amount of percentage gain. But compared to XRP and XLM, we can see that the next asset that came in third is not even close to posting the gains that XRP and XLM made just for the month of November. The lowest on this list is XMR at 1.1%. We have Tezos there at 25%. So these are all your altcoins if you guys want to look through all of them. Also, make sure to tap the like button for that YouTube algorithm. And here's the Google Trends. So we looked at the XRP search term Google Trends a couple days ago as well. And when we looked at it, I think we were sitting at about 26, 27 on this chart here. And the rest of this line, this line that you see that is now solid, this was dotted, right? This dotted line going down was not there. And rather the rest of the line going up was dotted. And so that we basically came to the conclusion that meant that there's data in there that is still processing. We'll have to see where it ends up. And where it ended up is it ended up with XRP going to a search term score of 50 between November 22nd and November 28th. So the highest that we have ever been since XRP was up here in this time zone between December 31st of 2017 and January 6th of 2018 was when XRP, roughly that time frame when XRP was up at that $3 range, depending on which exchange you look at. As we can see now, there is a dotted line going down, so the data isn't in yet, but it shows that we are sitting at 26. So we'll see what happens once all this data processes. But that is very cool, right? XRP is probably the most searched crypto right now, because if we go to, the granddaddy of all cryptos, if we go to Bitcoin and we search this up, Bitcoin is not showing not even anything close to what Ripple has done. Bitcoin at the moment sitting right here at 14, and a couple days ago our highest we got to was 19. So we didn't even get past what we did back in June 23rd to 29th of 2019 when Bitcoin hit 22. Whereas to XRP, if we go back here, we can see there is a lot of searching going on for XRP, right? And when you post gains like this, that is kind of to be expected. There's also something interesting going on in the XRP rich list. So as you guys know, the XRP rich list is basically the percentage of holders who are holding XRP, and it breaks it down into what percentage do you have, how much on average do certain percentage of wallets have. So here you have the 10%, the bottom 10% of XRP holders, they have a balance of about 3,000 XRP. Now, over the course of the past 6 months, right, from month number 9 to month number 12, the average XRP, the bottom 10% had was 3,111. Now, and that was about 3 months ago, now the average XRP they have is 3,042. So this number has dropped. We also see this in the 5% from 10,800 to 10,700. In the 4% from 15,600 to 15,500. All of these from 0.1% to the 10%. If we even look at the graphs, we can see that there has been major sell-offs. But there is one chart that is pretty interesting. If you go to the 0.01% of accounts, these are accounts with an XRP balance of over 25 million XRP. 25.4 million is the basically average balance or the mean balance. As we can see a couple months ago, that average was 25 million XRP. However, as of right now, it is 26.1 million XRP. And we can also see, again, all these graphs trending downwards, but this graph is trending up, okay? They are still accumulating. As we can see, they dipped a little bit, but they have come back up. So while retail is all selling, these whales are buying, right? It is finally switched, and retail isn't even caught on. Majority of XRP holders do not realize this. For some reason, they think it is the time to be selling, whereas the XRP whales seem to think it is the time to be buying. So the question to ask yourself is, are you going to be joining in on retail and selling? Or are you going to be joining the whales and buying? Or at the very least, are you going to continue to hold? These are the metrics that you guys want to look at to make sure that you are staying ahead. When we see all of retail selling and we see whales doing the opposite, you kind of have to pose the question to yourself of, what are you doing? What is your strategy align with? Are you aligning with the dumb money, or are you aligning with the smart big money? We also have Square. Square is one of the companies who invested in Bitcoin, and this goes over how much their Bitcoin bet is up. So in October, Square invested over $50 million into Bitcoin. It was 1% of its total assets. And with that $50 million, they picked up 4,709 Bitcoin. It was essentially a one-directional bet on the longer-term movement of Bitcoin as an effective hedge against inflation. If we refer to past pricing data, Bitcoin traded in the region of 10,500 to 11,200 in late September and early October, the exact time when Square announced that they had bought Bitcoin, that they had put 1% of their company's assets into Bitcoin. Today, Bitcoin trades at $18,850. It reached its all-time high of $19,800 on several exchanges yesterday, suggesting Square's bet was worth over $95 million until early this week. Currently, its Bitcoin stash is worth over $85 million, a massive 70% increase in just 2 months. So, guys, other people are looking at this, right? Other companies are looking at Square, and they are seeing the massive gains that they are getting. If they're in, their traditional stocks, or they're in anything that is, for one, nothing is performing like cryptocurrency is performing. Not precious metals, not real estate, nothing is performing like cryptocurrencies are performing. And other people are looking at this, especially as more and more companies get in. A lot of people are looking at MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor right now, and they're seeing what he's doing, they're seeing what Square's doing. And the main thing is they're seeing how much they are becoming up on their money. money, the gains that they are getting that other companies aren't getting, or that they are not producing anymore, right? Most companies, on the verge of going bankrupt, taking loans from the government because they can't afford to keep their doors open. Meanwhile, Square flips their 50 million investment into 85 to 95 million. Other companies are going to take note, and other companies are going to want to get in on that. So expect more companies to be buying Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as an investment, whether the CEOs are doing it personally or whether a company decides to put some of their assets or some of their reserves into the cryptocurrency, whether as a hedge or as an investment. Also, remember, guys, to pick up your Ledger hardware wallets. If you're still leaving your crypto on the exchanges and hoping and praying for the best, hoping your exchange doesn't go down when it's time to sell, the best way to avoid all of that is to just store your crypto on offline cold storage wallet. I recommend Ledger. It's what I personally use. So when your exchange goes down, you can still have the ability to move your crypto to anywhere you want, right? To an exchange that's still running, to Simple Swap, to Atomic Wallet to do a swap, whatever it is that you want or need. There is a link in the description. It takes you straight to the Ledger website, not to Amazon, not to some third-party website, but it's completely safe. Takes you right to Ledger. And if you do use that link to purchase a Ledger, I do get a kickback from it, and I try to put that kickback back into the channel in some way. So make sure you pick one up. And with that said, guys, that is the video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you tap that like button and turn it blue. Also, hit the red subscribe button and the bell. You'll be notified every single day when I upload. Either today or tomorrow, we are going to have the monthly news wrap up for November. So all of the major things that happened in November, that video will be coming out either today or tomorrow. And I think we're probably going to be doing it tomorrow. It's when we go over all of the news, all of the biggest news that happened that month. And with that said, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. I'll see you all in the next one, and have a great day.